Okay, so what brings you here today?
I'm here today because, well, I'm really stressed out about school and it's hard. And with all my credit hours and working so much, I'm just having a hard time juggling it all.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Well, I'm taking 4 credit hours and I'm working like 60, 70 hours a week. And it's just really, really hard to fit it out of studying. And I'm just unhappy with everything. Like, I don't have any social life. I can't make time for my family or any events.
Oh, so you're unhappy and stressed about your schoolwork and everything else going on.
Yeah, it's just, I can't get happy with it. Like, I try to eliminate some, well, I guess, like, I don't take so many jobs on. Well, I have time, but I don't know. It's just I'm really stressed.
Oh, it sounds like you have way too many priorities and you don't know which to do first.
Yeah, I kind of think I want to schedule out something or make a plan to better fit myself where I can have a social life and I can work and I can go to school. But it just seems like it's all impossible.
Oh, it seems like you were happier when you were more organized and had your priorities in shape.
Yeah, definitely. I love being organized, and I'm organized with everything else, but I just can't seem to be organized with school. Like, I plan stuff out, but then I get plans that come up with my friends, I get plans that come up with my family, and then plus with working with this little 5-year-old that I have, she's very, very, very irritating. And so then when I get done with her, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to work. I don't want to start on schoolwork. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do any of that.
So you're feeling that you're overwhelmed with your schoolwork, but you would like to have a social life too.
Yes, I definitely want a social life. It's just that it seems to be just impossible. I don't know, sometimes I think maybe I shouldn't take so many credit hours, or maybe I shouldn't work so much, or, well, my boss said that maybe she was going to split up the work where it was somebody keeps her one part of the week and then me keep her the other part of the week. But then it's going to become an income problem.
Let me see if I have it right. You're way overwhelmed with school and how many credit hours you're taking. But you're trying to finish up your school to graduate, to better yourself so you don't have to keep on taking these many jobs. So you can continue your social life while still earning money to live on.
Right. I don't have much longer in school, and I know I need to stick with it, but sometimes I want to take a break from it because it's just overwhelming. I'm tired of it. I'm young. I should be able to have a social life and be able to go out and not have to worry about bills and school, but it don't seem like it's all going to work out. I don't know.
What do you think would happen if you cut back on your credit hours and maybe took an extra semester of school to ease up some time?
I didn't think about that. That might would work out if I didn't take so many credit hours and then just be able to portion myself out.
How are you able to manage your time in other semesters? Because I'm sure you've been working these semesters too.
Well, I just didn't work as much, and I was able to, I was taking only 4 classes versus my 5 or 6 classes that I take now. And I wasn't working as much because I didn't have this job. But now that I have this job, I'm working a lot more and I'm taking more credit hours. So I guess I kind of done this to myself.
So you're able to focus on your concerns now, but what limits you to focus outside of the setting?
I don't know. I guess it's just, I don't know.
So it might be good to figure out a plan of action while you're still focused, instead of trying to take it all on when you get out of this thing.
Well, I guess that's true. Maybe I should just make a plan of, well, I've even kind of thought of that if I made a plan of what classes I have left and distribute them properly, but I just really want to get done with school. And I have to work. Work's not an option.
Earlier you were really stressed about how to manage these problems, but now you're focused and you seem to be understanding your priorities to deal with a plan.
Yeah, I think maybe if I just had some help to get, my mind straight where I can plan out my career or my school and plan out what I want to do. I think that if I had that plan, and maybe if I talk to my boss, I guess it just feels better to talk to somebody who can understand, where I'm coming from, because I'm sure you've taken a lot of schooling yourself.
Right. And even like if you were able to talk to other students that are in the same situation and talk to them about what they've done to manage their problems, it might help you in the long run.
So kind of like a support group maybe or something?
Right, yeah, exactly.
So maybe if I had, there was a support group in school that I could join, and that they were dealing with the same thing. You know, they were working and going to school, and they didn't have a social life. Maybe I could get some advice from them.
Exactly, it would definitely be able to give you positive advice and be a role model for your problems.
So do you think I should just plan out my semester, each semester, or do you think I should talk to my boss about working, or do you think I should maybe quit working, or, well, I can't quit working.
Right, you should definitely sit down and like write down goals for these problems and try to strive to meet those goals.
Well, so if I'm meeting my goals in my semester and during school, how can I meet my goals at work? That just seems to be impossible. How can I do both?
That's what you're gonna have to sit down and think about, how your priorities relate to each one another.
Yeah, I just feel overwhelmed when I do that.
Right. It's just gonna take some more talking to other students and try to figure out your priorities.
So maybe if I just, talk to other students and see how they get things done, then maybe I'll be able to get them done too.
Right. It's definitely sounding more confident now that you've been thinking logically about your problems.
Yeah, it helps whenever I'm able to talk out loud about things. It makes me feel better.
Yeah, you would definitely get more done if you did talk to other advice groups and stuff like that, other students, and maybe your boss, and maybe even other coworkers that are still going to school too.
Yeah, I just keep it all in, and nobody really understands. Well, I don't feel like my parents understand. My parents didn't go to school, so they don't really understand. And my boss, well, she doesn't even have time to talk to me, let alone, what's her kid. So it just feels better to be able to talk to somebody and kind of get my head on straight.
Sounds like we've got a lot accomplished for today.
Yeah.
6:39.